back in the soup. So, a few changes going on here. First one is quite obvious. The resolution, I'll get onto the cause of that later. Yeah, the other thing obviously being the sound, and I'll get onto that later. But yeah, no messing up and mistakenly not recording audio commentary for this one. Made certain of that. Anyway, so what's happened since last time? Well, managed to go through a very busy couple of days. Basically went directly from getting a Microsoft certification, which is great, to having an interview the same day, to having to work on moving to the new project site, because I got a new project. All within a very short period of time. So I'm recording this now from New Jersey, where my project is. And currently I'm living in a hotel. Company's paying for it, obviously, since hotels can get really expensive. And that's really why I'm speaking kind of quietly, using a headset that I just picked up today. Haven't really had a chance to do much testing with it, but it seems fine. Only problem is to make it sound relatively decent in terms of pickup. I have to use the full headset system, so I can't use my regular headphones and use the microphone from this. I actually tried my standard microphone sets, and but with the mumbling I have to do to make sure I don't bother other guests at the here at the hotel. And the fact that the AC runs all the time and my computer's loud, it just didn't sound good enough at all. So, it's kind of slightly downgrading to a cheap headset, $20 Logitech something or other. Also just had lunch, so of course I'm going to be having to clear my throat all the time. Oh yeah, I have to get a bunch of junk for that. So, yeah, the only reason I have my good computer with me is because there was kind of a mess with the whole process of getting to the project site. By the time I was able to leave and everything was set up, there were no more flights. So I had to rent a car, drive 6 hours from around 8 o'clock till 2:45 in the morning, including stops at rest stops and such, to get here. And went to my first day of work on 3 hours of sleep. Amazing. Alright, so this is done. Nobody seems to have had trouble with it. Could go back to the bar to take care of that. This isn't going to be doable until I can go to Dead City. Could probably do that. Right, I need to go back to Corden and get the bag. Get rid of Sparrow. There's actually a lot of things I could do here. Right, so I think... well, I might have something to turn into Lakash. I'll, of course, stop searching the task list before looking at this to make sure. Ah, another SIG 550. Destroy the duty outpost? Ah, I'm not allowed to do the duty one if I'm already started on this. Alright, so I've already got the SIG Necro, which is much better. Though supposedly this one does more damage. Either way, I think I'm going to sell it. No hard feelings. I just got a better system right here. And I can also apparently switch the microphone on and off from this clip here, so presumably there may have been some popping in the audio, but the cough was removed. Ah, yeah. Still not sure entirely, how well this microphone is going to pick background audio up, but if the computer case fans sound a little bit louder, it's because I've put in another one. Okay, that's good for a quest. That's good in general. I honestly don't remember what my plans were at the end of the previous session. There's an ACOG for my SIG. Certainly do not remember what I was intending to do. Unless there wasn't intending to break the bottles. I know that. Have to give that a proper try a bit later. Definitely not a fan of the frame rate. It's the whole DX-Tori issue again. Let's see, Max will buy things for.
Let's have a little chat.
Yeah, he buys stuff for vodka.
Come up here. Let's have a little chat.
Kind of curious how Freedom sells a duty Siva suit. At this point, I'm definitely... Well, I was going to say I'm definitely considering going to recording everything with Shadowplay, but I think it's still better just to do it this normal way. Since even though I'm losing frames for stupid reasons, I can still edit it, and I can choose bit rates below 10 megabits per second, which is what my standard has been. Reason for wanting that is I checked the internet, and it's it's Comcast as far as I can tell. It's also, I believe, 1.5 down, 1.5 up, shared with everybody else in the hotel, so it's not exactly great. So yeah, calling back a bit to what I said at the beginning of this session. Just kind of I'm gonna dial back on a lot of things. Not really going to bother saying anything about the how often the updates come up, as I'm certain even if I can really only play on the weekends, I can spread out the videos throughout the week well enough. No problem. But it probably won't be I probably won't be continuing the situation that popped up recently anymore. You know, releasing 3 videos totaling around or above 3 hours worth of content in one day. Most likely not gonna happen. Really just did that to get a bunch of videos out, in particular the ones that are, missing the commentary, out as soon as possible. Anyway, let's head back to the bar. And now to show it on camera. Since I remember last time I did this, I mentioned it but didn't show it. Oh, that's fantastic. A Chimera. But yeah, coming in from the army warehouses, I'll just surf on this tractor. You land directly in the level changer. That's a bit goofy. Yeah, the audio fidelity and the speakers of this headsets are it's definitely not as good as, you know, my other headphones, but I'm kind of stuck with them just to get any sort of decent quality without it amplifying the whole lip smacking thing that sadly happens with my other microphones as well. I can only hope that it doesn't show up too badly on... Oh god. Never mind, not a problem. God, I love this shotgun. Sure, it's kind of broken like all the other shotguns. A little overpowered. Possibly. Well, in some people's opinions anyway. I mean, it's a 12 by 70. It's a pretty high caliber weapon. I'd say, even if it is over a long distance, it's going to do some real damage. I'm going to have to go wireless on the mouse again. It's because the current setup is a little bit goofy. And it's kind of hard to move the mouse with the kind of precision that I'd like. Let's see, wild territory. Fairly empty, don't really need to do anything there at the moment. Now here at the bar, what do I need to do again? There's a stash there to find. Once you come back for the rewards, may have something for Zahar as well. Really don't remember. And I'm sure a lot of the viewers don't remember either, because I do know that a lot of people just decide not to watch the ones without commentary. Which is unfortunate, considering most often the ones without commentary are covering a lot of ground as well. Suppose I should maybe update and change that video discussing the no commentary parts. Make it sound like less like the ones without commentary are useless. Let's check in with Zahar quickly. Don't remember if he had anything for me, or if I had anything I needed to do for him. He's got a buddy in here. Alright, a Beretta M9. Well, I do have... I have been collecting these flash drives recently. I guess just kind of to have them. And I do have the spare money. So as useful as, you know, the skin is, I'm willing to buy it back. I gotta say, I'm actually slowly being drawn into desiring, after all the money I've spent on them, desiring headsets over fancy things like my condenser microphone. Just that much more convenient, and look, I can just mute the microphone like that. So it goes along with what I was saying about the shadowplay thing. I could theoretically record with just shadowplay or open broadcaster using NVENC or something like that, And I can just mute the microphone like that without having to edit. Real convenient, especially considering the obvious loss of time that would be available for editing that comes with being on project. Alright, a Night Star. Why am I getting a save for bringing the artifact fire dummy? Or turning that in? Let's see, I've got the controller hand. I've got 45 military PDAs.
You can't go there.
I should theoretically be able to get the controller monitor on this device. Ah, no, I think you need 2 controller hands to do it. Never mind. It keeps giving me autosaves for Zahar's quest.
You can't go there.
Let's see if there's anything I can turn in. No, nothing I can turn in, and Barman doesn't have anything new for me. Tungsten buckshot costs more money, which is weird because my memory may be wrong, but I kind of think it sells for less if you sell to a vendor. Now, if only you had an MG3 to use that with, maybe I'd try it. Trying not to stick around here because I know this music is hitting me with content ID strikes now, which is really quite annoying. Well, let's buy some grenades. I like blowing stuff up. And of course, I'm collecting the flash drives now instead of just selling them. I think partially because I think when I'm not recording, I'm trying to do... Whoa, I've got 80 of those. Okay, yeah, I can definitely sell a lot of these. Yeah, like I said, it's really hard to tell how many of them you have because the number runs directly over this anti-radiation sign, which makes it kind of hard, obviously quite hard to read. In fact, let's, yeah, how often do I use anti-rad? Not very. So that'll account for roughly half of what I'm purchasing. This can replace my other Beretta. So I suppose other than that, I don't really need to worry about
Come here. I've always got something interesting
weaponry
for
very
people
much.
like you.
'Cause, I mean, I got plenty. Tirana. I've already got that. So, you're going to give me a Medusa as a reward for this. Well, I suppose I didn't really have any risk because I just kind of bought it from Dan for for nothing. Ah, right, so Le Havre. I'm starting the Le Havre quest chain. Alright.
Come here.
Okay, barman, you're gonna
Always
need to
got
change the
something
music.
interesting for people like you.
That was precisely the song that got me hit for copyright ID a couple times. Now, you're supposed to be able to trade in military PDAs to snitch. Ah, you need 20 or something, I think. Okay, so stick around here a bit longer. I spent the money on the music, I may as well. May have bumped the microphone there as well. Sorry. Used to be he would always carry the C96 when he had this in stock, but not gonna get so lucky this time. I think this may be the ammunition that my PKM takes. May as well grab it. Grab a little bit more ammo. How am I doing on food? I've got plenty. Seems like not too long ago I was just about out of it. Let's buy some rations. I haven't seen the IRPB ones at all, so I'm assuming that it's gotta be one of these two categories. So I will almost have enough to take care of that quest in the Clear Sky Swamps. Still need some mysterious suits to be able to complete that one, though. So where do I need to go from here? Ah, yeah, I need to bring some food to the deserter. Kill those guys in the Jaeger prom. The garbage seems to have a few, or rather the cordon seems to have a few things I need to do. Right, I need to cancel this job because I can't do it. I'll take it again when you, have it in stock. Not sure why the combat music is playing. Really bizarre. Don't stand there. It's looking like it's coming to nighttime. And yeah, I actually did find out officially that the music, dynamic music in fact, is supposed to play in stereo. The files are, they have both left and right channels assigned to them, so it is officially supposed to be stereo. It's just not, actually working that way. Let's see. Well, this loadout should be just fine. Bump the microphone again. And this is why having a headset microphone is a bad idea. Because I touch my face a lot when I'm just sitting here not doing anything, and then I get myself in trouble by smacking the microphone. Yeah, get this stupid ass goofy, childish singing out of here. Oof. So let's go to the agroprom. I think the fastest way would be through the... Am I talking out of my ass here? ATP. Cordon. Garbage. No, I'll just have to go to the garbage and head on through to there. Alright, who knows, maybe the A life will be a little nicer. I don't remember if I actually did it. I did. Oh, as you can see, I changed the music. Because I like this a lot better than what STALKERSOUP comes with for menu music. And it is playing in standard proper stereo, which is really quite nice. I think the reason it's doing that is because I've got Daemonian's audio fixer script, and I placed the music files in the game data folder. This thing fully loaded. Plan is, of course, just to go back to the garbage and from there to the agroprom, but of course, I see artifacts, I'm going to get them. Right, another thing I need to do in the cordon is apparently to take care of Sidorovich's death quest. Because apparently, if you've finished that, you get the Svarog detector when you toss into the pistol slot, and then you can see everywhere on the map where an artifact is. It's gonna be great. Just need to actually get it. Ah, more sparklers. I don't believe they have any use for me at the moment. Yeah, they're worse than any other artifact I currently have equipped. The only recipe I know they're used for is to create a flash, which is equally useless to me at this point. Well, I mean, if I lose some of my nicer artifacts to cobblestone attacks or something, you know, it'll be a different story. See, apparently you can... Oh, hey. This guy's still alive. He's still taken 12 years to get down here, to get anywhere. Something is up with this guy. I know that much. Because somehow he doesn't seem to ever move when he's offline. You know, his A-life goes offline and he just freezes. Come back to the area and he's here again, walking as slowly as possible. Hey, friend. I've got some things to sell you. Some sparklers. I'll keep the Medusa, simply because I can grab a quest from Sidorovich to, you know, grab one. If I don't already have that one. There you go, some fairly nice artifacts. Never mind that, you never saw that. Anyway, moving on through some nasty fog. A sparkler, a bunch of artifacts in fact, I'm probably not going to be able to get. Sadly, I don't think I can just kind of walk up this like the NPCs do. Nope, not going to be able to get them. I also can't stop the recording because the X-Story is frozen itself. I'm going to throw this program out the window.